not because they are always right, but they have more experiences of being wrong. You should care because one day we too will be in their shoes. My name is Shaliece and I am an Intro to Communication student. Today I am going to tell you about my service learning. First, I will tell you what I did in my service learning. I will tell you a principle and concept connected to my service learning and how I can improve my own communication. So moving on, I am going to tell you about my service learning. I completed my service at Woodland Heights Senior Living. You should care because they are built on caring for and respecting our seniors. Their mission is to be open and honest and to respect all of their residents, their families, and their employees. Now, my story. I assisted with breakfast, lunch, and one-on-one time. I also led Bible devotion and group discussions. The place was full with breakfast in the air, and it was beautiful. It had beautiful paintings. The furniture was perfect, and everybody was nice and respectful. I listened to everyone, and they appreciated it. I respected everyone that I came into contact with, and I was open and honest whenever I spoke. So moving on, I am going to tell you about a principle and a concept connected to my service learning. You should care because this helps to identify the communication skills necessary to make communication stronger. The relevant communication principle is the meaning of messages is influenced by interpretation. The definition, according to the ULR Survival Guide 2017, is communicators generate meaning. Communicators are unique. Therefore, meaning is unique. An example is the residents all talked to me about things, and each one was unique and important to them. The first communication concept that was relevant to my service learning is relational listening. The relevant communication. I'm sorry, my notes is like all over the place. An example for my service that illustrates this concept is each resident told me stories and I listened sincerely. The second communication concept is confirming messages. According to the textbook, this is actions and words that express respect and show that we value the other person. An example from my service that illustrates this concept is I showed recognition and acknowledged everyone's thoughts and feelings. Moving on, now I will talk about how I can improve my own communication. You should care because having the skills to communicate properly, which is verbally or non-verbally, can be influential. One communication concept I can use is illustrators. According to the textbook, this means having non-verbal behaviors that accompany and support verbal messages. I chose this concept because saying one thing but doing another can affect your communication. The ethical implication that I could use is respect. And according to the Survival Guide, this means actively listening to and showing regard for the ideas of others before evaluating and responding to their messages. I chose this because having this in mind will help me become a better communicator. In conclusion, I told you about my service learning. I told you what I did at my service learning. I told you a principle and a concept connected to my service learning. And I told you how I can improve my own communication. So listen to your elders because they know what they are talking about. And that's